Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our new edition of Big Brother 25 live feed spoilers. Happy Monday or happy day 27 in the Big Brother house. We are past the quarter-way mark of a 100-day season.
Yeah, it's really crazy that we're already on day 27. I mean, when I first heard it was 100 days, I was just like, "Oh, wow, this is going to be a long season."
Yeah.
But it's actually going by really fast. I mean, I went to Starbucks yesterday and all the pumpkin spiced everything is already out.
The pumpkin stuff is out?
Yeah.
This is breaking. Okay, listen, everybody. I'm really basic. I still like the pumpkin stuff. I know it is cliche. Make fun of me in the comments all you want. I can take it. Okay, there's a lot of interesting strategy talk to get into today from the Big Brother live feeds. I mean,
Mhm.
we'll talk about what's going to happen at the veto ceremony, obviously, but we'll go beyond that. We'll talk a little bit of showmance, which I know is everybody's favorite subject, but I there's a showmance I kind of like. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm prepared for the comments to make fun of me.
All right. Well, I got my hard hat on for you.
Okay, so before we do go further, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you guys did not know, we are very, very close to 65,000. We have been in this YouTube game for a very long time talking about Big Brother, plenty of other shows. We are so grateful to everyone who has subscribed to us. And if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It helps us so, so much, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, it really helps the channel, and we appreciate everyone who has hit that subscribe button, and we'll appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Okay, so here's a refresher of what is going on in the house right now. Cameron is the HOH. He is nominated Jag and Blue. Red ended up winning the veto, which is good for Cameron because they'll be able to do what they want because they are working together. And Red told Jag yesterday that he is not going to be using the veto. And, he mentioned it to Jag because, Jag's the only person that's really kind of floated out Red's name as a target.
So on paper, everything kind of looks straightforward this week, but as we all know, if we've been watching Big Brother, especially the feeds this season, nothing is ever really that straightforward. So here's the current state of the vote. We're going to get into a lot of like the minutia and all of this, but Cameron wants Jag to go. However, on Saturday, Izzy, Sari, Felicia, they really cemented that they want Blue out. Like there hasn't been a flip on this yet, but we all should kind of keep in mind that this could change about 200 times between now and Thursday because these people have flip-flopped like a stack of pancakes on the griddle for like the
Mm.
entirety of this season. It has just been like the entire time. So we don't take anything as a certainty now.
Okay, so how could this work? They're going to need 6 votes since Cameron is not going to break that tie, in their favor. So you have Sari, Izzy, Felicia, and Matt has said that he wants Jag to stay. So, I mean, they've got some.
Okay, so fundamentally they need two more. So where are these other two going to come from? So it seems like Suri, Izzy, and Felicia that they're going to have McCall, which makes sense. Mimi's been playing with them for a good chunk of the game. There's
Mhm.
no reason to think that okay, she's gonna go rogue at this point. I mean, I this has been the season of people all voting together. So like whatever happens here, these people will all probably vote together. So if they have Mimi, that means basically they either need Jared or Bowie Jane. And by the way, Felicia just seemingly hates Bowie Jane for like no apparent reason. They are all so paranoid of her, mostly because they think that she's like really up to something, that she is just like, shady or she's playing art. She's doing nothing. This is literally the case of someone who is basically such a non-entity that because other people are all actively sort of playing, they assume that okay, she must be actively playing too. We're just not seeing it. So maybe she's doing it with somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like the old case of like, you think someone's cheating on you because you're cheating on somebody, so everybody else must be cheating as well, sort of thing. It's that paranoia, and this house just breeds paranoia. Okay, so Sari originally claimed Saturday that the group was going to tell Jared last minute, which is the right move. I mean, Jared and Blue, they're really, really close. Telling Jared doesn't gain anything because even if Suri blindsides her son at the last minute, that's her son. He's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
They're together, and once Blue is gone, like where's Jared going to go? It's the right move.
yeah,
However, she decided to go against that, and on Sunday told him anyways, which that she might be going. Blue might be going. And
yeah.
of course, he was against it. I mean, this is a number on his side as well as a showmance.
The thing is just that Blue doesn't really have any influence. So for Jared to just be like, oh, she's a number.
Hmm.
Like, Suri just doesn't care. So Suri doesn't need Blue at this point in the game, and I think she probably thinks of Blue more as just like, okay, this is a obvious distraction.
Hmm.
I cannot even I can't even imagine what it's like, being Sari, this like legendary player. Not only are you having to think about your son in the game, but also now you're having to think about your son in this like weird romantic relationship in the game that may disrupt his thing. It is a lot that is on her plate. Also, just beyond all that, Matt has done a good job, and we haven't talked that much about Matt strategically, but he's done a good job of selling Jag as sort of this person who can go after Red and Cameron because, like, clearly after being on the block this week, Jag's gonna want to do that. He's going to want a certain element of revenge, especially if Cameron really does want him to go over Blue at the end of the day.
Yeah, it was a really risky move for Sari to tell Jared about this, since he could go to Red and Cameron and just sort of give enough information that could make Jag stay.
Yeah, and this is don't be it for me to criticize Sari Field's game. It's not something I don't think I've ever wanted to do. I would not have done this. I would not have told Jared anything at this point. You already kind of outlined the reasons why. It's a very tricky thing because, like, what if Jared goes and says something before the veto ceremony? What if he
Yeah.
tries to do something else?
Yeah, because then they could easily, take down Blue and put up another pawn to make sure that Jag goes.
Yeah, it's it's tricky. Jared hasn't done anything yet, but it's tricky. Okay, so just to give everybody a heads up here, if I'm looking a little weird at this point, I'm gonna have to look at the notes while I'm talking about the following thing because it is going to be very confusing if this is not spelled out properly.
Absolutely. We always have notes here to make sure that we're giving you like as accurate details as we
Yeah,
can.
and this is a very big reason why Jag could end up staying. So this is important. So Jared has told Corey about the Seven Deadly Sins alliance, which which includes Jag, but it doesn't include Corey. So Big Brother telephone. We all are very familiar with this concept.
Hmm.
Corey told America about this. America told Jag, and then Jag told Matt. It eventually gets back to Corey and America that Jag has been spreading this around, and because of this, they don't trust Jag anymore now. And obviously, the whole origin of all this with Jag is, of course, that okay, then Jared is telling people about all this, so he's trying to use this for like a certain element of his campaign. But what's interesting about Corey and America at this point is then this is kind of funny. I don't even think Jag really intended for all of this, but it's just that if he's not going to work with Corey and America moving forward because Corey and America don't trust him because all of this, and Sari is then aware of that, she's got to be sitting back and thinking, so Jag's not going to work with these two people.
Hmm.
Red and Cameron just put him on the block. He's not going to
Hmm.
want to work with them. There's really no way to unify this other side if Jag stays. Sure, he can win competitions, but where are Jag's numbers?
Yeah. Where are Jag's numbers? I mean, it really is landing in that spot.
I really, I really like Jag. I've made this very clear. Jag is in my corner.
Yeah.
Jag is also just he's in it bad. Even if he stays this week, I still really like him. I don't have a ton of confidence in in him as a player to find a way to figure all of this out. I think Jag thinks he may be a mastermind more than he actually is, and that concerns me just like a little bit.
Okay, talking about masterminds, let's talk about
Oh no!
Jared here.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! I've been dreading this moment, guys.
Okay, overnight between Saturday and Sunday, Jared told Blue that his mom was in the house and then let her believe that it was Felicia.
I
If you're just, listen, if you're going to tell, then just tell the secret. Like, no half measures. Like, why? It's so weird. Like, why say anything and then tell a lie on top of it? Like, it's already risky what you're doing.
yeah.
So, like, what is the purpose of this?
I cannot even fully process my secondhand embarrassment, also the unintentional comedy. I don't actually know what is funnier or sadder about this situation. Either one, the fact that Jared knows that if this information gets out, it could completely destroy his game, and he's just like, I don't care. I'm gonna tell this Showmance person who I've known for less than 4 weeks about it. And then also, oh, I'm going to tell her, well, let her believe, I should say, the wrong person. Because, like, if Blue goes to Felicia at some point and is just like, and I know she's not going to say this, but hey, future mother in law, I want to get to know you a little bit better. Felicia's just going to be like, what in the are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know why he let her believe that it's Felicia. Like, it was really weird, the whole conversation where it's like, hey, just so you know, my mom is in the house. And then just let her believe that it's Felicia and not who it actually is. It's like, either way, whether he lets her believe that it's Felicia or he lets her believe that it's actually Sari who is his mom, they're both part of his alliance. Like, I don't know what the purpose of this is. Like, really what Jared needs to do is find a way to bring Blue in with his alliance so that she's just a number for everybody. She doesn't necessarily have to have influence, but a
Yeah.
number is a number.
And the Blue, let's talk about the Blue standpoint of all of this, because it's obviously just terrible for Jared strategically that he's done that. But Blue has not even said anything about it yet. Like, she seems more concerned. It's like, how does this impact me? It
Mhm.
obviously impacts you, Blue. This is a huge, huge facet of the game. You are on the block. Like, this is something you could have used in your favor going into the veto ceremony. You could have tried something. It is insane to me that, like, she has this information. She doesn't seem to care. I don't know what Blue is doing. I don't know what show Blue is on.
Blue may just not know what to do with the information. Like, she feels a lot like, yeah, she's in the game and she's, having a good time in the house, but she's not that strategic. So it feels like she just doesn't, she may not know who to trust with this information. She may not know how to use this information to have some sort of leverage. Like, she just may not know what to do with it.
I think selfishly, I just also want her to say something just because the entertainment that we are going to get from this is so good. And if Blue is going to be evicted this week, don't leave the house with this. Like, drop it before you leave and just let us have fun with the wreckage,
Yeah.
please. Okay, now we've waited a long time for me to talk about this, so I feel comfortable at this point.
Hmm.
I kind of ship Corey in America. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Listen. We have made our stance on Showmances clear very, very much over the years. This is just an archetype that I really like. It's sort of I like the TV show Chuck. I very much like the, oh, here is like the nerdy guy you would never think would end up with somebody, and America and him, they're cute together. I just listen. I still believe in love after being jaded all of these years.
No, I listen, sometimes there are showmances that are really cute, like on Big Brother Canada, John Party and Netta, but I mean, and I know that that didn't end all that well, but it was cute on the show. You know, it's just sometimes there are cute romances, but I'm fine with them just being a duo.
I am fine with them being a duo. It's probably better for game if they're a duo. So I think Corey is very aware of this idea that like, okay, I can't get too showmantic. I can't go too far with it. I think he is self-conscious because like the cameras are there. You know, he's a super fan. I think he's probably one of these people who has watched the show and has complained about showmances and hated them as much as so many of us.
Yeah, and while they were cuddling last night, Nicole and Izzy are starting to plot Corey's demise. And I mean, it's tough because I mean when you see people getting closer in the house and they're a duo, whether they're in a showmance or they're just a duo, you need to break that up.
Yeah, this showmance or whatever you want to call it. Like it's great for us as viewers. It's great for people who still believe. Just about this, who still believe in true love, but I can't get.
We're
I
not there
No, I
yet. You
can't
know,
get
it
that schmaltzy here.
no, it's just a cuddle.
No, but I is it this all is bad for for Corey's game. I mean, I don't want to try to be like relationship psychologist here, but I think he is. I think he is into her, and I think it is distracting him. I think it's distracting her. I think they are just in this sort of position now where they can't avoid each other. Everyone is aware of what's going on, and they also all know that they're smart. So it's going to be a problem. It's not a problem this week, obviously, but in the weeks to come, yeah, they should probably be aware of this.
Yeah, and I think they are aware of it, but I mean, Big Brother is a tough game. It's a long game. You know, you get lonely in the house and you make connections. You're spending, all this time with somebody. Like I know everyone will be like, "Oh, it's 27 days," but it's 27 days where you've talked to nobody else. You've had no other outside contact. You're not able to just be on the computer, read a book or
Yeah,
whatever. You're just spending so much time with somebody, so it accelerates relationships.
I'm fully prepared for all the commenters to just come and be like, "Who are you, Matt?"
All
You were
right.
just no, but
Okay.
okay. Well, no, we'll wrap this video up now. But stay tuned. We have more Big Brother 25 live feed spoilers coming.
Mhm.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much to everyone who has. We are on that road to 65,000. It helps us so much when you subscribe,
Mhm.
and we will see you guys here next time.